the term film came from the beginning of cinema, celluloid film. And since celluloid films seem to fade away, like 16mm, 35mm, etc., it's going to be very rare to find cinematographers to work with celluloid film, as digital filmmaking seems to be making a move into the industry, whereas kids as young as the age of 12 are learning how to make motion pictures. But with that being said,
what's the question?
The question is, should we call it pixel making instead of film making?
No, I think that's, first of all, if you said that film is dead, you have a lot of very important directors trying to murder you. That it's not dead, and maybe it will die at some point, but you know, digital filmmaking is great for people who are making digital effects films because it's so much easier to do digital effects and mix them together with the digital filmmaking. But a lot of auteur filmmakers, important filmmakers, still believe that making films with film is, in fact, the way to go. And you know, Quentin Tarantino or you know, Michael Mann or whoever, Michael Mann, sorry, I take that back, making digital films. He makes $90, $100 million digital movies. But no, there are a lot of filmmakers who swear by it. I'm sure, I think Paul Thomas Anderson shot a film. You know,
like
if you
7 of the 9 Best Picture nominations were films.
So you know, there are the world-class cinematographers are making films on film, and they're also making digital movies because they have to learn how to do it. They started out making movies in film. The future of cinematographers who learn how to make films digitally and then have to learn how to make films on film, that's going to be an interesting thing to watch. So I don't know, but
Matt, I'm curious if you have any, because you've done films in both medium.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and actually, I also have the pleasure of production managing something that the Producers Guild and the ASC does called the Image Assessment Series. They did one in 2009, they just did one last year, where we actually took a film camera and compared it against the top 5 digital cameras, and we recreated the exact same shot with everyone, blew it up and projected the same way, and this whole post workflow called ACES, which keeps everything the same. And I'm really conflicted as an artist and a producer. I will say I've always been tried and true film, but I will say, like, as a producer, I would not have the breadth of material I have without digital. Like, I wouldn't have been able to just shoot the film I shot without digital. And I think that I think it has to be a tool in the box and used in the right aesthetic choice. And I think that's the lesson I hope the world learns, is that, you know, like, shooting the long take on film for too late adds just an inherent energy to the film that wouldn't be there if it was a long take on digital. And I think that that translates, and audiences feel that. I know I do, and I know people we've shown the take to, they feel it.
Well, the interesting thing is that everyone who shoots digitally wants to give it a film look. So you spend the whole time trying to figure out how to shoot a movie on digital and still make it look like a movie. And apparently someone did some kind of research on this and said that the flicker that's created by the camera, the projector in the movie theater, it's imperceptible to the human eye, but your brain picks it up. And so you get a pleasurable experience from watching a flicker, even though you don't realize you're getting it. So the idea that films that play in movie theaters that are playing on old-style projectors on 35mm prints somehow or other give you more pleasure watching that than watching digital. I'm not sure that that's true, but apparently the flicker does cause some kind of like it somehow stimulates the brain. And the word film now doesn't really matter. It's become synonymous with going to the movie theaters and seeing a film. So it doesn't matter that it wasn't shot on film anymore. That's how we think of them. We think of them as films. So.
I think also, and you probably already know this, and I'm sure that you'd agree, if you're at a $500,000 to $1 million budget level, feel free to look at 35. Because due to the lack of support for it right now, it's incredibly cost effective. They say post houses that process film are operating at 33% capacity right now. So not a lot going on, which allows you to negotiate fantastic deals. And with digital being the medium, you can get all your processing and effects work done in other countries that have better incentives, which just mean that more talented people and well-resourced shops here are available to you. When we shot the last picture in Canada, it was a financial wash. In fact, we would have saved money by shooting film for the first time because the cameras would have been free through Panavision, they had a hookup and all that stuff. The real problem is logistics. You've got to care for this negative, that if it gets fogged and you're shipping it around, it will kill your day and kill your movie. And on low budgets, make you kill yourself. And that's not quite there.